Welcome to This Week on Cranberry Coast Concerts. We will be arriving at your TV screen each week to let you know about what's happening at New England's most unique music festival.
Cranberry Coast Concerts.
And I gotta tell you, Marilyn, our kickoff concert was pretty fantastic, wasn't it?
Oh, it was so beautiful. Both days were just so beautiful.
Tell us about it.
Oh my gosh, my favorite was the Bach. Oh, he had me. I almost started crying.
What Bach? Who played it?
So beautiful. Chris Brown.
Yes, that's right. Chris
Oh
Brown.
my gosh, he just, and then declared the loon. Remember the poem?
I do remember the poem.
I
and
think
many
it
of our
inspired
viewers want to
him.
forget that my French.
Yes, yes. Oh, we did get some reports of your French being very, very interesting.
It might even become a weekly segment, I think.
Yes, I think so. Well, Kirk,
Mon
what
Dieu,
about...
here we go. We've talked
no.
about Chris Brown so much. I think we should move on to the announcements.
I really most agree with you.
Okay, here we go. Folks, we have to tell you so many things, and we've got some great guests that are coming on this week. But before that, we'd like to offer a few things that are going on at Cranberry Coast Concerts. We have a camp coming up in July and August, and we're going to have a special guest next week to tell you more about that in detail. But we want you to go online and check out facebook.com/campccc. And if you're not on Facebook, where you been the last few years, huh? So you can also email us at ccc@whipmo.com, and we'll do it the old-fashioned way. We'll send you all that you need to know.
Oh,
But
yes.
a fantastic camp that's coming up for kids age 7 to 14, grades 3 through 8, directed by one of our favorite people on the planet, Michelle Bolin.
Yes.
And after camp, we have to talk about, there was a subject that we didn't get a chance to talk about too much last week, which is volunteers, right?
Oh my goodness, yes. And as a volunteer, you learn a lot. I think they could be from what age to what age, Kirk?
Well, we're looking for all kinds of volunteers for the festival, people who might be able to help move some chairs, people who might be able to put some flyers out. So they can really be all ages if they want to be, especially if they're accompanied by mom and dad to help get the word out about the festival.
Yes.
And so you can, again, call us at 508-491-8888. I love that number, 88.
88.
That's right.
I just find it like salsa.
Yes.
88, 88, chaka, 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 88, 88, chaka, 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 chaka. Okay, what else?
Okay, or you could email us at ccc@whipmo.com.
Yes.
And so there's all kinds of ways. Or, by the way, come tackle us on the street. We're in Wareham.
He loves it.
We're in Attleboro. We're in Onset. We're in New Bedford and all kinds of other places. So what else can we tell people about? I don't want to take up too much time because we have some fantastic guests today.
And we have some advertisers that have been helping us very much, and we need some more advertisers.
That's right. If you'd like to advertise in Cranberry Coast Concerts program, you can get in touch with us. And one thing that really makes us happy to say about our festival, folks, is that there's certain things that are absolutely free. For example, this month's June concert series is absolutely free. And I'd like to say that one more time. It's absolutely free.
Yay!
Now, of course, we would like your donations, but if you don't have a lot of pocket change in any given particular week, come and enjoy some great music.
One of the most important, one of the special this weekend was a couple that came with their young girl.
Attleboro.
In Attleboro. Oh my goodness. She loved the music so much, especially the Claire de Lune. And to us, it's really great to see young audience in the concerts. Because there's no better incentive than to come to concerts. I keep repeating that, so parents, listen.
Bring your children to concerts.
Yes.
You'll thank us repeatedly.
Yes.
So I tell you, Marilyn, I believe it's time that we introduce our guests. That's right. And coming up this week on Cranberry Coast Concerts, we have a wonderful vocal duet that is going to be singing, and you might have seen our what some people call dancing at the beginning of the show. We're going to be presenting to you our friends Stephen King and Linda Westgate. They're joining us right now. They're sliding. Just come on in, get cozy. It's that kind of show.
Da 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 da.
And there we go. We had to have somebody to add a little color. Hey, Steve. Hey.
Oh wow!
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh,
Very
you
nice.
came very fast.
Thank you.
Oh wow!
Is this one of your musical fans?
Oh no, let me tell you, this is not really a fan. This is called a pericón. And you actually use this type to dance flamenco.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, but you don't want to know about that. I want to know about your concert.
Oh, yeah. We've got a concert coming up this weekend. Actually, two. Saturday and Sunday, 4
Where?
o'clock. The Saturday concert's here in Onset at the chapel at the Communion of Christ Campgrounds. And the Sunday concert is the Murray Universalist Church in Attleboro on Route 152.
505 North Main Street in Attleboro.
Thank you very much.
Linda, have you ever
It's
sung there
air-conditioned.
before?
Yes, many
Oh,
times. Yeah.
and how do you like it?
I love it there. The acoustics are fabulous.
Yes, it's a great place to sing.
And a wonderful piano as well, too. They have a wonderful Mason and Hamlin there that just makes the room come alive. And I should say, folks, to match up to these two wonderful artists' voices, too. We're going to be hearing from them a little bit later on the show today. They've got a couple of numbers prepared for us that we're going to listen to. But before we do that, we wanted to take a couple of minutes and ask you, I mean, we know all about you because we've been playing with you now for, this is season 8, and we've been playing together since 2006. That was season 1. What got you inspired to become a musical person?
Yeah.
Steve, you want to take that first?
Sure. When I was a little boy, my dad sang professionally with a group called the Four Sharps. And I would, climb down the stairs in my pajamas and watch through the balustrades, them rehearse. And I remember even listening to my dad on one of the old upright radios singing on, I think it was the Arthur Godfrey radio show. Mm-hmm. My mother played piano, and my father, as us children grew up, used to have little family choirs and gave us opportunities to perform. So music was always part of our life. We all took piano lessons. And I didn't realize how much of a gift that was until I got to be a father myself and had children. And I was over at my dad's house, and the children were playing on the floor in the living room. And my father came out with a couple of great Caruso records, and he gave them to me. They were his father's. His father only had a third-grade education but loved opera. And he gave me those records, and I knew how much it meant to him. But of all the children in the family, he felt that I was would be the most appreciative of the gift, of that musical gift. And that's when I realized when the gift of music was really given. It was given to me as a child. And I remember
So
seeing,
important.
yeah, I remember seeing in a music store, this is a funny story. This is the day I found out how much money I could spend without talking to my wife. I went out to buy some music for a wedding I was going to sing at, and I ended up buying a baby grand piano.
Ole.
And then I went back and I told my wife about this beautiful baby grand piano that I
she
bought.
went,
And I said, but our children did take piano lessons. And she pointed out that we haven't had any children yet. So that was anyway, the sign on the store is what got me to buy it. It's long after the toys of childhood lie, broken and discarded, the gift of music endures a lifetime. They had me.
Wow.
I bought it, and I realized right there in my dad's living room that the gift had been given as a child.
That's great.
And you know something, that's such an important thing to say, because it's still today, nothing is really changed about that gift if you can give that to children. Problem is, with all of the games and all of the distractions and TV and internet and everything that's going on, I think as a culture, we forget to give that gift to children. And that's one of the reasons I think we all are soldiering to get more live music in front of kids.
Yes, and ladies and gentlemen watching this, I want to give you a word of caution. Your children playing these video games with their thumbs, the next generation, they're going to have huge thumbs. The hands are going to be misshapen. You've got to get them to play pianos and musical instruments. It's the only thing that's going to save their hands.
Wiser words have never been spoken.
Oh, I second the motion.
So-
yes. What about you, Linda?
How'd you get into it?
Less colorfully than that.
I know you look plenty colorful today.
I always enjoyed listening to music of all kinds, but I never got into singing until I was an adult, really. And a couple of friends asked me to sing at their weddings, and that's how I started. And I said, Then I joined a chorus. And then I got interested in taking lessons as an adult, and I just became from a hobby, it became a passion, a great passion in my life. And
You were a natural.
I don't know. I was very shy performing in front of anyone. And, but the more you do it, the more it's just a beautiful expression of your soul.
Yeah, I think music really brings out the best out of everyone, you know, and it's such a therapeutic thing. My mom retired a few years ago, and she was complaining, I don't have anything to do, I'm so bored. I said, join the chorus. And so she joined the chorus, and guess what? She's enjoying it very, very much.
Well, and one thing too, I have to say this, what's great, what we humbly offer with our festival is that all the music that you're going to hear this summer is going to be made by people. You're not going to be hearing recordings blared out of big speakers at you. You're going to be hearing real people making real music. And there's something, you can't really define it until you get into a room with a great piano and some great vocalists and hear the sounds that these wonderful instruments make. And I can say, too, the two venues that are being performed in this weekend, the Chapel and Onset is a magnificent place to listen to music.
Like you said, beautiful acoustics.
Yes.
And by the way, I should say,
I
folks,
love
if you've never been there, we need to say how you can find it. The address is 339 Onset Avenue, and as you pull in, you'll see a sign that says Community of Christ, Onset Campgrounds. Pull in there, keep going past the stop sign, and you'll see the chapel near the ball field on the left. So don't let the really bucolic and natural setting throw you. There's a wonderful chapel in there with a great piano, a great sound, and a couple of fantastic operatic singers who are going to thrill us this weekend.
And beautiful pieces that you both are performing. I'm
Thank
so
you.
looking forward to this
Thank you.
weekend.
Yeah, could you tell us a little bit,
Yeah.
Linda, a little bit about, why don't you tell us about one of the pieces that you're going to be singing for us today?
Well, one is from Porgy and Bess, or Bess, You Is My Woman, and it's about a cripple and a drug addict who fall in love, and they really save each other. And do you want to add anything to that?
Well, it was written by George Gershwin and his brother Ira, and they wrote it for a black cast. It was an opera only to be performed by a black cast, and it's beautiful, beautiful music. George Gershwin really had a gift.
Sung, of course, by a couple of white folks this weekend.
Yes, yes.
Wonderfully so. And
Thank
Steve,
you.
could you tell us a little bit about the other
Well,
duet that you're going to sing? You want to hear more?
Well, yeah, you know, because I
She's
think
the boss.
it's amazing that it was written in 1935
That's correct.
and that it wasn't accepted as an opera until 1976
In this country.
in this country.
Yes.
Yes. And it was performed there in New York, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but it's I love to know factual things, you know. But and also in that Porgy and Bess, there's so many other pieces too that came out from that. Summertime.
I Got Plenty of Nothing.
I got plenty of
Wonderful,
Oh
wonderful,
my
great
gosh,
American
yeah.
work.
Yes.
Now you can go to the next one.
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
one other
go.
thing, too. You two traveled to France on occasion to perform.
The Death Cast.
Yes, of course. And it's funny that way back in 1935, it was a haven for jazz players like George Gershwin, and his music was recognized there before in this country.
Still is actually. I mean, you know,
Oh,
there's
yes.
a really thriving jazz scene in France.
Yes.
You know how they count it off, right? Oh
no. Oh my God.
But enough about that. We had there's one other piece we want to make sure that you say a little bit about that you two are going to be singing for us today as well too. Can
Yes.
you tell us about that?
Yes, it's Suave Fanciulla, and it's from the opera
La Bohème.
La Bohème. Thank you. I was going to forget that. And it's about two young lovers. And you know, opera has a couple of different settings. Basically, it's musical theater, but it's sung in the language of the country that it was written in. So we have musical theater too. We have some spoken dialogue in our musical theater, but in the opera, everything is sung. And this particular one is sung in Italian. We'll sing it in Italian for you. And surprisingly enough, it's analogous to a chick flick. It's a kind of a sappy story where Mimi falls in love with Rodolfo, and then she dies of tuberculosis, the consumption. And
My goodness.
that's the happy ending of that story.
So you two basically like singing mostly about tragic subjects, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Most of the time, I love to sing tenor in opera because the baritones always get killed, and not the tenors. So, and plus we get the women. But in the musical theater, it's the baritone that gets the women.
Well, with that introduction, I think this would be a wonderful time to hear these two fantastic works sung by Stephen King and Linda Westgate.
You is my woman now. You is, and you must laugh and sing and dance for two instead of one. No wrinkle on your brow, no how, because the troubles of the past is all done. Oh, past, my past, the real happiness is just begun. And evening time, and summertime and winter time. Yes, you got your man. Yes, you is my woman, now and forever. This life is just begun. And summertime and wintertime. I'm telling you, I keeps this vow. Oh, my Percy, we shall be now is O suave fanciulla, o dolce viso di me te c'è confuso al palanar. In terra viso il sogno vedrei sempre sognar. Pensanci dell'animale dolce se treme, quei nell'anima dolce se treme, quei dolce se treme, nel bacio fremi amor. Sei mia,
Va spettacoli amici.
Gia mi mande via.
Vorrei dire, ma non oso.
Di
Se venissi con voi,
che Mimì sarebbe così dolce resta qui che freddo furi.
starò vicina.
El ritorno,
Curioso,
dammi il braccio mi peccina.
obbedisco, Signor.
Che m'amiti,
Io t'amo.
amor, amor.
Oh, that was so beautiful.
Lovely, wasn't it?
Really beautiful. Oh my gosh, so romantic. And you know, I love romance.
Yes, I know, but
Yes.
not in front of the children today.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Well, listen, folks, that just about does it for Cranberry Coast concerts this week. And we'd like to thank again our guests who are with us today, Stephen King and Linda Westgate. You can hear them at the Onset Chapel this
Don't miss it.
Saturday
Yes.
at 4 p.m. and in Murray Unitarian Universalist Church in Attleboro, 4 p.m. as well.
On Sunday.
On Sunday, that's right.
Yes.
And please join us again next week where we'll have more fun games, and our special guest, Michelle Boland from Music of the Bay, is going to be talking about Camp CCC. So, hey, kids, tune in next week and make sure that your folks are watching.
If you want to find out more information, you can always find us on the internet in www.facebook/CCC Festival.
You forgot the Facebook thing?
I said Facebook.
I didn't hear the com there. So yes,
Facebook.com.
/
I
CCC
got so
Festival.
excited with the thingy.
That's all right.
you know?
It's on the
Yeah.
screen. It's on the screen.
I don't know.
You know why we're getting a little crazy? Because now it is time to tango.
Oh, yes. You ready?